Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I want to talk about something that's been weighing heavily on my mind for quite some time now. A rather unfortunate incident that occurred between my boyfriend Kurtis and me, which ultimately led to a bit of a blowout in our relationship. And I want to share with you what happened, and more importantly, how I'm feeling about it, in the hopes that it might resonate with some of you, or perhaps even offer a different perspective on how to navigate similar situations. To be honest, I messed up big time. I woke Kurtis up at 3 a.m., which, in hindsight, was probably not the best idea. And to make matters worse, I was already in a pretty bad mood, which I think is an understatement. Then I went ahead and had a few too many drinks and let my emotions get the absolute best of me, resulting in me getting angry over something that, in retrospect, was really quite stupid. And we ended up in a rather heated and intense argument over the phone, which unfortunately escalated to a point where Kurtis got incredibly furious and angry. I know that I shouldn't have woken him up in the first place, and I definitely shouldn't have consumed so much alcohol, as it's well known to impair our judgment and emotional regulation. But what really worries me is how he reacted. He threw his vape device and broke it, which is especially concerning for me because I know how much he relies on it to calm himself down and manage his stress and anxiety. Kurtis uses his vape device to help him relax and keep his anxiety in check. And knowing that I indirectly contributed to him losing that coping mechanism is really weighing on me, as I can only imagine how difficult it must be for him to manage his stress and anxiety without it. I'm worried about how he'll cope with the stress and anxiety that he experiences on a daily basis without his vape device. And I feel terrible for putting him in that situation, especially knowing how much it affects his well-being and our relationship. I've been thinking about it non-stop, and I'm consumed by thoughts of what I could have done differently and how I can make it right. I'm worried about how he'll cope with the stress and anxiety that he experiences on a daily basis without his vape device. And I feel terrible for putting him in that situation, especially knowing how much it affects his well-being and our relationship. I've been thinking about it non-stop, and I'm consumed by thoughts of what I could have done differently and how I can make it right. I've been thinking a lot about what I could have done differently, and I realized that I need to work on my own emotional regulation and communication skills. I need to learn how to manage my stress and anxiety better so I don't take it out on the people I care about, and I need to be more considerate of Kurtis's needs and boundaries. I know that relationships are a two-way street, and we both have our own flaws and imperfections, but I'm willing to do the work and make amends if it means saving our relationship. I hope Kurtis can find it in his heart to forgive me and give us another shot, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make things right between us, whether that means getting him a new vape device or working on our communication and conflict resolution skills. I'm committed to making our relationship work. If you're watching this, Kurtis, I love you, and I'm sorry for what I did. I know how much your vape device means to you, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make things right between us. I have a feeling that Kurtis will finally call it quits and stay single instead, and I wouldn't blame him one bit. I mean, who would want to deal with someone like me who's prone to outbursts and doesn't think about the consequences of their actions? It's a scary thought, but I know I have to be prepared for the possibility that our relationship might be over. And again, I apologize for the intense and heated argument that led to him breaking his vape device, which I know is crucial for his nicotine fix and stress relief. I can only imagine how frustrating it must be for him to not have that coping mechanism right now, and I feel terrible for taking that away from him. If Kurtis does decide to end things, I hope he'll take care of himself and find healthy ways to manage his stress and anxiety. I know he's a strong person and he'll come out of this okay, but I'll still miss him dearly. We've been through so much together, and the thought of not having him in my life is unbearable. But even if we don't work out, I want Kurtis to know that I'll always care about him deeply, and I'll be rooting for him to find happiness and fulfillment in life. He's an amazing person, and he deserves all the best. As for me, I'll take this experience as a learning opportunity and work on becoming a better partner and person. I'll focus on managing my emotions and communicating effectively so I can build stronger, healthier relationships in the future. Thanks for watching, everyone. I know this video was a bit heavy, but I hope it resonated with some of you. If you have any advice or words of encouragement, please leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you.